I'm Kira Woods. Thanks for joining me. I'm Kira Woods from KiraWoods.com. Please go check out my website if you haven't done so. Okay, so this is part 2 of the series I'm doing on the suits known as the cups. And if you haven't done so, check out part 1, which was the introductory. So here I've pulled out the first 4 cards of the suit. And so we've got Ace through 4. And as I said in the introduction, you know, it's really important, I find, when you're first learning the tarot, to lay all the cards out and actually look at the imagery and the flow of information that you can see, or how things develop throughout the cards. Because, of course, when you do a reading, you are looking at the imagery as part of indicating the energy around the particular situation. So the story is going to help you understand, or perhaps have insight into the energy that is dominating for the particular reading that you're doing. So let's start with the Ace of Cups. You know, whenever this card comes up, you know, you can't help but just, you're having your heart just burst open. It is such a beautiful card. I mean, you've got this gift. So this hand is representing perhaps a gift from spirit, or gift from the universe, or gift from your inner self, or just a gift coming, and it's of this beautiful cup, and these waters are just freely flowing out of the cup, flowing out over and into this pond of water. So there's this endless flow of water, you know. There's, you know, of course, because the cups is about water, i.e. emotion and compassion and care and love and relationships, and as we talked about in the first video. So, you know, here you've got this gift, this dove is saying that this is a blessing. So, you know, this card, when it comes up, is indicating, you know, there's a lot of trust in the situation, there's love, there's openness, there's contentment. You know, this huge cup has been offered up to you, and you're being invited to reach out and drink from it. You know, you're being offered it. So, but it is indicating it's an offering. Therefore, you need to respond to it. You know, so the symbol is very much about a fulfillment, and it's not just emotionally, but also spiritually. So there's a spiritual fulfillment that being indicated in this card as well. But you know, the question is, will you take it? So when this Ace of Cups comes up, it's like, this is being offered to you, but are you going to take it? Are you ready to take it? Are you willing to take it? You know, are you going to reach out and grab this opportunity? Because, you know, this, and depending on where it falls in the reading and what the question was, but, you know, this can indicate the beginning of love and happiness and compassion. It can indicate perhaps the start of a new relationship or a new friendship, or whether it be romantic or not. You know, it's like, this is the sort of card that you get when you have butterflies in your stomach, because you've just met someone that's really, really means a lot to you. And it could mean you've just met this most amazing mentor. It could mean a love in your life. It could mean that you just met someone that you finally feel you can have a heart-to-heart with. It could be that you finally think, oh my God, I've met my soulmate. You know, so it can represent in any different way. But the question is, it's like new, and it's beginning, and it's being offered, and the essence of this card is pure love. And with that, of course, comes things like creative expression. And therefore, are you going to allow yourself to develop this potential creative expression? Then comes as a sideline to that, you know. Depending on the card, you can very much say that there's wonderful generosity and compassion around. There's great happiness in terms of what you're being offered, and therefore what you will be able to share and give to others, in a sense of contentment. Often I think it's a kind of a question where someone really is wanting to know whether they should move forward in a particular area. I always see it as a very strong yes, because there's a lot of honesty and compassion and sharing and love and caring, heart to heart, in this card. So really, generally speaking, you could feel, okay, it's a pretty positive, that not too much is going to go wrong. Although, depending on where it fits and what's around it, that could change. And does the person take up the opportunity? That's the key. It's an ace. It's the beginning. It's the seed. Something must be taken and utilized from this card. You know, it's like, so things around us are being offered all the time, but do we do something with it? If not, nothing happens. Okay, number 2. A 2 of Cups. Well, we've got this figure of a female figure and a male figure, but this is just masculine and feminine energy. And here, this is imagery here, I think, is of spirit. So this is about, you know, this union of the gift of spirit or love shining on a union between two people. And again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship, but it's about, this card represents balance and mutual respect and harmony. It's not the I anymore, it's the we. So here it was like, you know, you, individual being offered something. Here it is the we, you know, it's what is the mutually beneficial outcome that is desired in this situation. It reflects clear and nurturing and supportive, heartfelt exchange of emotions. You know, there is a perfect harmony and union between these two in this imagery. So that is what the energy is behind it. You know, it's representing a wonderful understanding and a deep love of two souls, you know, which therefore comes with wonderful kindness and caring and thoughtfulness and compassion. It's like, it's that heart-to-heart conversation that just is what you need, and it really works out. If a person's asking a question about romantic situations, you know, it is a card that might indicate, you know, that they're very positive for a long-term relationship, so such as perhaps marriage or a long-term commitment, a reflection of that long-term commitment between two people. It also in business could be, you know, yes, you finally got the perfect partner or the partnership situation or that business partnership or that mentor that has come into your life, and that's ideal. It can also be, can indicate any kind of love. So it could be a person to their pet or to their child or to someone else. But it just indicates we are individuals, we are social beings, and we thrive and need others in our life. And this card comes up, indicates that there is that union and sharing and bonding is mutually beneficial and supportive. So it's the meeting of the hearts. Okay, so Three of Cups. Well, this image here, of course, is through the three. So it is about love and passion and giving and receiving. You know, this is the friendship. This is the collegial, harmonious relationship where we have where things are working out well with others. You know, spending quality time with our loved ones or our friends. If you look at this card, you know, it's they're each sort of standing in perfect harmony of a circle, and they're holding their cuts up because they're all each individually very confident and feel very loved and respected, and there's great harmony in their ability to then move in this flowing circle of celebration. You know, this could indicate that it's time that you may need your friends around you in a reading, or that you really need the support and the compassion of others, that you are looking for or trying to bring about greater balance in the way you interact with others, that you are feeling the sense of sensitivity and sympathy and empathy with those around you. But bottom line is, it's like this card is about the sociability of the human experience, and that harmony and balance between meeting your commitments and spending time with your friends and family, and celebrating and enjoying the positivities of your experience of living in this world. You could also say, this card when it comes up, that it might indicate also that you're missing that this is what you so desire, but you're missing it because you're feeling quite stressed at the moment, or you're not feeling connected to others, or you aren't engaging those around you, or you don't feel you have a community, and this is what you so long or desire. So the energy is indicating that is sometimes what is missing. So the card can indicate what is around you, or that which you need, which is missing. So depending on where it falls in the reading. But bottom line is that in this card you can indicate that it indicates that all the interests of all the parties are being met, and there's a possibility for wonderful positive change or interaction with great kindness and care and generosity. And of course you have the power of the three. So whenever the threes appear, I immediately think it's about the trinity of communication, expansion, and infinite potential. That's what I think of the threes. And all the suits, you know, sometimes it's good to just put all the threes together and look at how all the threes are represented depending on the suit. So this is about the water side, or the emotive side, or the receptivity side of the power of three. Okay, number 4 here. This is actually quite a challenging card. It can be in a reading because You know, it really depends on how you relate to it, because it indicates, you know, this person is just taking a bit of time out. Perfectly fine. They've got their 3 cups lined up. They want time out before they add any more. It also could mean the person is being a bit stubborn. You know, got their arms folded, their legs folded. You're in basic communication. If your arms and legs are folded, you're not very open. You're putting up a barrier for whatever reason. But barriers are important. We need boundaries in our lives. So the question here is, what is the purpose or the meaning behind this boundary or this barrier this person needs to put up to any more input of emotive expression or receptivity? Is it simply that this person is bored or dissatisfied with the status quo? You know, it could be that they are feeling discouraged or unmotivated. It also could be that they're feeling they need to protect themselves, that they want to avoid being distracted at this time by any more emotive input. You know, either side is a perfectly positive response depending on the situation. You know, it can be the person's feeling disappointed, yes, or tired or feeling a struggle. But it also could mean that this is not a time for them to be open to new experiences. So therefore they're feeling a little bit like they need to put up their boundaries, as I said. So in this card, depending on where it shows up, you know, consider what your opportunities are, and are you choosing to hold back, or are you ignoring and declining something? You know, are you being a little bit defensive in your responses to situations? Are you feeling a bit stubborn? Ask yourself those questions. Or are you just needing time out? Are you nursing your wounds? Are you needing to sort of revitalize your inner self before you extend out? But remember, the bottom line, I think, that's important here is, like with this is the Ape of Cups reappearing. A cup is being offered to you. Again, it is being offered. Are you ready, willing, and able to take it? Is this the time to take it? Remember, also being a 4, it is about, you know, solid form. It is found 4 represents sort of foundation. So it is about you asking yourself some questions. If something's being presented to me, why am I holding off from making a decision or taking an action? Or what is it? Is it something that I need to do to hold back, or is there something I need to shift out of the way so I can move forward? You know, is this a time of contemplation and research? But I always like to think, you know, this card is also reminding us of being thankful for the goodness in your life, that things are always being offered, and it may not be the right time to take them up, but they are always around us, and therefore it is important to be mindful, to be thankful of that, and remember that it's okay to take time out, that sometimes even though something is being offered, it may not be right for us. Okay, so that's the end of part 2 of the cups, and I'll move on to part 3 now. And thanks very much. Have a great day. Cheers. Bye.